We'll focus mainly today on what's going on in La Liga. It has been the most extraordinary title race that will go down to the final day of the season. Atleti are big favourites to win the title. 2 points ahead, remember, of Real Madrid going into the final day. Atleti take on Valladolid, who are still fighting for survival. Real Madrid, meanwhile, taking on Villarreal, who, of course, have the Europa League final against Manchester United, surely as their priority. Well, let's welcome in Julian Laurent and Sidlo. Sidlo is at a game at the moment. He's promised us he's not in the bathroom.
What?
So we will make sure not to stick with you too long, Sid. Sid, let's just talk about the general rhetoric. What's the big narrative going into this weekend in Spain?
I think the narrative really is that this is a season that's been tighter, more difficult than anyone anticipated. Of course, Atletico Madrid had a big lead at the end of January. They were 10 points clear with a game in hand. That lead has been chipped away at, but that somehow they found a way to hold on to it, and now it's in their hands. Now, in theory, at least, you would say, as you've already pointed out, they're playing against Valladolid, a team that are fighting for their lives but really aren't very good. You would say, well, Atletico Madrid should win. But of course, this has been a season in which what should happen just hasn't happened, time and time again. So I think now it's all about just kind of watching this final day be played out. And I think you're right that most people would anticipate Atletico Madrid being favourites, but no one is ruling anything out now.
Reminder, it's head-to-head in Spain. So, for example, if Atleti draw and Real Madrid win, Real Madrid have the better head-to-head against their city rivals and therefore be crowned champions once again. Ali, this kind of Jekyll and Hyde season from Atleti, because obviously they were brilliant for the first half, and the second half, everything just started falling apart all around them. However, you have to give them some credit for the way in which they've just kind of regrouped at the right time.
Just at the moment when you thought, well, it feels like it's Barcelona to win it, that didn't quite happen. Well, it feels like it's Real Madrid to win it, didn't quite happen. And the one team that actually managed to find some sort of consistency over the last 3 weeks was Atletico Madrid. Now, what I expect from Atletico Madrid against Valladolid is tension, anxiety, nerves. How is that any different from any other Atletico Madrid game this season? Or any time that they play? Yeah. It's never easy with them. It's never a sort of game that you think, you know what? They're going to dominate. They're going to create opportunities. They're going to create chances, and they're going to put this game away before halftime, and now all of a sudden it's just about celebrating the title that you're about to raise the trophy. It's not going to be like that. It's not what we expect from them. And yes, they're going to be nervous, and there's going to be anxiety. And what I think would be encouraging from Atletico Madrid fans' perspective is that last week against Osasuna, even though they were losing the game 1-0, up until that point, Atletico Madrid had created so many opportunities, so many chances, had played so very well. That's not a team that looked nervous to me. That's not a team that looked passive to me. And so therefore, what I expect is, yeah, it's going to be difficult. Because of the moment, it's going to get tense. But Atletico Madrid seems to thrive in the tension. And so does Simeone. This is the way that they operate. So in the end, Atletico Madrid will do just enough. They'll suffer, they'll struggle, but they'll do just enough to win this title.
It's a nice way to sum up Atleti, isn't it, overall? They will make you suffer, Jules, and on this occasion, feel Real Madrid will score early, news will get through to Atleti, and then it will just be 90 minutes of suffering for the fans.
Exactly, and even Luis Suarez said after the Osasuna game, he said, I knew it would be tough to win La Liga, but I didn't think we would suffer that much. And I think he's right. And welcome to Atleti, Luisito, because this is what this club does. Even the last title in 2014, they had to wait until the last game of the season away at Barcelona, and they drew that game 1-1, and that was enough. But it's never easy. And Simeone said it earlier in the season after we've talked a lot about this first half of the season where they were so good, 50 points. But he also said, this is not going to be easy. Don't think that we can walk this league because this is La Liga. It doesn't happen like this. It's never easy anyway. So they saw that coming. I think they've been there before. El Cholo certainly has been there before. And like the boys have said, I expect them to see this one through, even if it would be hard, even if it would be tense, the pressure would be high. But I still think they're going to win it.
From a Real Madrid perspective, Sid, it's almost a miracle that they're even still in this race, considering some of the poor results that they've had during the season. It's quite extraordinary, really, that they could still defend their title.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's one of the reasons why, if they don't win the league on Saturday evening, I think there will still be a sense that they got something from this season, that they were able to take it to the final day. I think in any case, I think if you take a league title to the final day, you can't be considered to have failed. I think given the position that Real Madrid came from, even less so. Now remember that Zidane press conference when he came back from having had COVID at the start of February, and he was really furious. And he said, I really want to be given the respect and to be allowed to compete. I want this team, this group of people to be allowed to compete to defend the title we won last year. And that was last year, not 10 years ago, it was last year. So show us some respect and allow us to compete for it. And of course, the reason that he said that was because at that stage, everyone had already given the title up for lost. Everyone had already said, well, Madrid have thrown it away, they don't really care. And everybody was already looking towards the changes that needed to be made. And one thing that was overlooked, I think, when Zidane said that, was he admitted that. He said, yeah, there will be changes next year, but this year, let us compete for this.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.